We are live, and I got my Twitter screen up. Good job, Ash. Real professional. I love the fact that the way that we typically start these streams is Ashton fucks something up, and then it's yes, I'm very professional. That's my.
Hi everyone. Here's what I've done wrong today.
It's my gag.
It's a cold open. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is every time.
On every stream. That's what streaming is.
Yeah. Cherry, you're actually a little quiet. Can you bump yourself up a little?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second. Let's get that right in the right place.
Yeah.
And I'll talk a bit louder.
Cool. Excellent. Great. So, hi. Welcome to episode 2 of In Which We Live and Breathe. The Clique is what I'm naming this. I've named this series. I'm your GM, Ash. I use she, her pronouns. And I also righted this game. This is officially a playtest, so some of the rules have changed since last time. Which we're gonna test them out and see if it works, and if it doesn't work then we'll change them again, because that's how it goes. But also I have 4 very amazing cyberpunks, so they're here to help us have a fun time even if the rules suck. And so I will get them to introduce themselves. I just got really confused about what a group pronoun was, and I was like, oh no. Emily, do you want to start?
Sure. Hi, I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, hers. I am an artist and a filmmaker. Sometimes I do art for games. Sometimes I make art of people's cool role-playing game characters. In this game, I'm going to be playing Owler. And Owler is big, strong, quiet type, but secretly pretty smart, and has magical sleep-inducing sweat.
Sedative hugs.
Sedative hugs, yeah.
I love the sedative hugs. They're so good.
Sleepy time now.
Yeah, exactly. Go to sleep.
Luke, hi.
Hello. I am Luke. My pronouns are they, them. I am a professional GM for children. I am a game designer. I am a podcast host and a cast member on shows like this one.
And a cutie.
Yeah, and I'm pretty cute. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a solid 7.5. My character is called Val, and she is a cool lady who looks very dangerous in a suit and has hella makeup, and as we saw at the end of last episode, can kill things by touching them with her hands.
Yeah.
Both in a rotting them because her hands are creepy way, and also just in a doing violence way.
Yeah. The jump off a high place while holding onto someone was a nice move.
It turned out fine.
Yeah. Cherry, how you doing?
I am good. My name is Cherry. My pronouns are they, them. I am an accessibility advocate, a streamer, and an artist. And I am going to be playing, or I have been playing, a character called Shard, who is disabled in several ways. They woke up without memories, or they don't have memories past 2 years, beyond 2 years. They have 2 prosthetic legs that don't work very effectively, or cause problems in themselves, they can cause pain and injury. So they use a drift chair most of the time, which they do abuse. I'm not gonna lie, the feedback I got is that I abused my drift chair last week, which...
I fully expect players to abuse everything in this game. That's how we playtest.
And Shard is kind of a weird genetic anomaly. They're not sure if they were built or if they were born. They look weird, they're disfigured, but some people still find them attractive, because why not? So they do like to abuse that to apparently get themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
They almost died last week, so that was fun.
Yeah. That was good. Cool. And Bridget, I like your poster.
Thank you. My name is Bridget. I GM a lot for Role Playing Public Radio. I'm a game designer and I also do a lot of cyberpunk stuff, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
Today
that's like-
I'm going to be playing Sleepy. Sleepy is a cat, a very tired cat, who is good friends with all of these other lovely people, and her claim to fame is that she's very, very good at anything involving the digital world, and not so great at a lot of other things. That's what you have friends for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're
gotta
powerful
put out
in the
there. I
digital.
gotta be honest here. Every time I hear the digital, well, anyone say the digital world, the Digimon theme just in my head starts playing.
I mean, fair.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
It's like that's my demographic, you know? Like I grew up with that show. I'm never gonna.
Yeah. All right. We don't have a start of session move, so we can just kind of jump in. Last time we ended up getting back to the safety of the bar. Luke.
Do we want to choose our crew type
Yes.
and talk about mechanic changes?
Yes, we should talk about mechanics changes. Let's do that real quick. So, Luke makes a very good point. They're very astute. So, one of the mechanics changes is that now you get to pick a crew type to help you kind of just give you a bit of direction as far as what you're doing with. Man, this document really like taxes my processor. I'm going to use Google Drive to look at my version. So you get to pick a crew type, which just basically gives you a bit of direction about like what you get XP for. So the crew types are, come on, computer. Bridget, can you enter the digital for me?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what the crew types are, what you've written down?
I found it! Alright. So the crew types are a gang protecting their territory, burglars stealing what's truly valuable, whistleblowers finding and spreading the truth, assassins cutting the heads off the Hydra, angels rescuing those who can't save themselves, and wreckers destroying the tools of the system, and preachers spreading the good word. So
Those are great.
we
I
get
really
to,
Yeah,
like
these
that.
are awesome.
we get to
How
pick
do
one
we-
of those and
how
be
do we
like,
choose?
yeah, I know, right?
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, what do people feel?
So going off of what we've done before, because our last outing was we were trying to collect a videotape of some kind that was going to incriminate one of our friends, and so the whole mission was around like saving our friends. So I think maybe we're the angel type, because I don't really see us as like protecting our territory necessarily, because we've kind of got like Clique going as like a refuge kind of place. So I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I was leaning that way. Either that or like whistleblowers. I thought
that's
we were
another one
between
that.
those two. So
And like your territory might be your like the street and like community that Clique is in, if you were a gang, but yeah, I feel like angels or whistleblowers certainly apply to the things you've done already. You did also do some wrecking, but
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like preachers, but that's just like me as a person. It's not
Yeah, I
necessarily like relevant to what we've done.
yeah, I picture preachers as being like, I don't know if you've seen The Expanse, but like the people like spray painting "Remember the Cant" on the side of buildings and things, right? Like it's spreading dissent.
I like angels.
Yeah,
I think angels is cool,
yeah.
especially because it basically means we're doing leverage in cyberpunk, and I'm like on board with that.
yeah, it's really different to how most people place or think of cyberpunk for sure. Especially like the selfless angle. I think it's more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would maybe make a point for the fact that we also fulfilled Wreckers pretty well last session. But But yeah, if everyone is willing to, I'm not big on the angels one, but I'm happy to go with it if everyone else is, because I think that yeah, it'll.
Do
it'll
you
be
like
interesting.
whistleblowers anymore, Em?
Yeah,
We were also talking about
do.
that.
I do, but I think you're right. I think angels does describe what we have already been doing. So
Yeah,
Bridget?
they're like
Bridget, do you feel like angels is a thing that you are into, or do you prefer whistleblowers?
I could go either way, because our first job doesn't necessarily marry us to any one particular concept. Like, I feel like we can reinvent ourselves at this stage without too much effort.
Yeah.
I guess the question is really, what do we as a group and individually find most interesting? Like, what kind of things are we going to enjoy into the future, rather than like what have we already set up? And if if most people are like really hype about the sort of prompt for angels, then that's cool.
yeah, and like to like do an Andrew Gillis and like judo this question, right? Like instead of thinking so much about like what we set out to do in the last session, I feel like it may even be more productive to look at like the outcome, because like I think there is a very clear narrative line of like we went there to do a angel type thing, we destroyed a ship, we got like a fuck ton of XP, and we were all like, oh shit, right? Like wrecking is the way. Like there's a very natural narrative out there if that's the way we want to spin it. So I think
I was specifically like restructuring the XP to make it so that like wrecking isn't the outright winning move.
yeah, isn't the only way.
Yeah, it seemed like taking out that luxury cruiser was. It kind of felt like we should always do jobs like that. Like
That was the bigger win, right?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Yep.
I guess like I don't know. I think what do people feel excited about? Which of these most excites you?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Because it might be the same answer. It might be like angels really like is the most exciting, which is fine.
Yeah, Luke seems to feel like it sounded like Luke was really excited about angels.
I really like preachers. Like
Oh,
if there's
of course.
one I'm like really into, it's that one. But that's not like I feel like that's not relevant to the imagination space. I am excited about about wreckers, if only just because like my character is very naturally built for that. But like I think there is room for a violence character in any of these, so I don't really have like a strong
Yeah, I think you.
seed my stake in
I
things.
feel like whistleblowers or wreckers works really well for the like backstory of some of our characters, because I feel like for Owler and Shard and Val, like you could see it either way. Like either you want to destroy the things that have like put you in this unfortunate position, or like you want to like spread the truth so that like similar things don't happen to other people. Like, so I feel like there's a split there that I could really get into, because I don't feel like Sleepy has any particular direction. I could fit her into any crew, honestly.
Right.
I feel like I agree with that. Like I go in on Shard's backstory that whistleblowers feels
Sounds
like
like
something
whistleblowers.
that Shard would go for.
Yeah.
But like there's no reason we can't be whistleblowers with it like an angel bent or something.
Totally, that's totally a thing. Yeah.
And achieve all of our objectives by breaking things.
Yeah, exactly.
We save people by breaking stuff. Yeah.
Emily, the link to the lighter version of the document is in the Zoom chat for you.
Yep. Thank you.
Because it's
Yeah.
taxing your webcam a little.
Yep. I know. It gave me a message about it, being like, this isn't working.
I never thought that I'd make a Word document that would like tax people's processes,
Yeah.
but apparently I did it. So are we picking if we want our XP trigger, do we want it to be we get XP for finding and spreading the truth, or for rescuing those who can't save themselves?
I like
Fine.
finding and spreading the truth.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we are whistleblowers. Excellent. Cool.
Sweet.
Right.
And we've got a cool cockroach who can help us with that.
Mm-hmm.
We do. That's not weird at all.
You've got a cockroach who can help you with it.
No, it's a crew contact.
Crew contact.
Yeah, it's more of a you three kind of thing.
Considering there are like multiple people in the group who don't believe in magic or spirits.
That's
yeah. I have no idea what this cockroach is you're talking about. You're all just crazy in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like also like we've made
a weird imaginary cockroach friend.
Yeah, I think we've made like a strategically wise choice, because between the carrion spirit, Bob the banker, our antenna, and our camera drone, right? Like we're very well equipped for whistleblowing.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a really good point. We have got the tools for that kind of stuff. Cool.
All right. Where would we like to start off then? As far as play, I'll go over the other changes real quick. XP has changed a lot. There are now 6 questions to get you 25 XP each. So they are: Did you do the thing your crew type does? Did you manage to get away clean? And that means like not a lot of like collateral damage and things. Did you use your cash and rep? Did your vulnerabilities get in the way? Did you spend tension? And did you fuck the corpse? So,
that is a terrible sentence. Just saying, it's terrible if you can't read it.
Fair.
Oh, okay, all right.
I zoned out for a second. I was like, did I miss part of that?
Oh, I need to reword that. Golly.
Did you fuck the mega corpse? Is that better?
Yeah,
no, that just sounds weirder. We're just going further and further into Bloodborne territory.
Did you hurt the corporate overlords? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. I prefer that. That's a good wording.
All right.
Did you stick it to the man?
I mean,
the most like punk.
That's still a thing. Possible. Like, stick it to the man is still.
No, it's not as bad.
Oh, it's not as bad. It's still.
It's not nearly as bad.
Yeah, it's just gay instead of like necrophilic. The downtime moves have been restructured slightly so that they're not all just one chunk. They just do the thing in fiction. And we now have moves for the plan and star wipe. So star wipe is when you just jump ahead to the action and be like, with that sound. I was gonna have a thing that said that like required that if anyone ever says like, you'll never convince me to do such and such, that you like have to immediately star wipe to them doing the thing, but I decided that was a bit much.
That's just encouraged.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an encouraged thing.
Cool. All right. So, who wants to like give me some visual description of like the bar and what's going on and like what y'all are doing?
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you mention whether or not there are mechanics for deciding our mission? You did mention something about that.
Yeah, that's called the plan. So if you're itching for trouble and aren't sure where to find it, you tell the GM which contacts you're hitting for rumors and what leads you're chasing, if any, and roll investigation or socializing.
Cool. All right.
So here's the thing. I think I certainly have an idea of where we could find it if we wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Without even making the move.
Well, then maybe this is the theme that we're seeing: is you telling us where we might find trouble and us deciding whether we.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
whether we like that trouble.
I feel like it's not quite that fully blown. Like, I think Val is like sitting up at the bar and has like an apple and has one of her gloves off and is just like poking it and watching the like mildew like black spot like spread and then like spinning it around and then poking it somewhere else just like absent-mindedly, and is like, Alla, you know what's a real problem?
What's that?
Murdoch. Fucking Murdoch.
Obviously.
And like you just know after, and they kind of make a hand gesture that encapsulates the luxury barge, the dead news anchor, the like just everything that has happened in the last like day. Like, you know he's gonna come looking.
I assume he's always looking.
Yeah, but like I wasn't exactly subtle about and they just like take the apple in the hand and it just like and like pulps in their grip.
Yeah, Ella kind of like
he's gonna
does
know
a
it
big
was us.
sigh. That's true.
So if he's gonna try and fuck us, shouldn't we go after him first?
Yeah, maybe. That's true.
Shard just puts down their drink and sighs really deeply.
I kind of like look over to you and sort of like wait to see if you're gonna say something.
I've got my back to you. I'm just looking down. I'm not moving.
I think I just like say your name quietly.
Yes.
What's the...
Well, I think we're gonna get in trouble again. But I think it's coming anyway.
You mean if we go chasing things, or just in general?
I think in general. I think this is a tough choice as to whether we let the trouble come to us or we go get it first. Let's just make sure we're better prepared this time.
If someone has got to be sucker punched, I'd rather it be them than me.
What about you, Shad? What about your ghosts? Aren't you being chased by boogeymen?
Well, I feel like I'm chasing them, but they're still kind of ahead of me. So
That's a better way to be.
I may be wrong, but probably won't know until it's too late. Let's go get trouble. Go on. I know we're itching for it.
Where's Bridget during this?
Sleepy is like on the edge of the bar, like very very kind of like buried in her arm. She's very tired. She's so tired. She's like doesn't even pick her head up. It's just like like.
I think I like kind of look over to you, and then I say to the others, like sort of a that like quiet somebody is sleeping voice. I don't know if Sleepy has recovered from last time yet.
I think I like go behind the bar and I like wash the apple rot off my hand. And like the water runs like where it touches it like drips down like black and like red and like really gross because even the water gets fucked up. And I like made my hand clean and put my unicorn glove back on. And I go over to Sleepy. I'm like, hey, do you wanna pick me up?
I would love a piggyback ride.
Pick me up, Sleepy. Pick me up.
Oh yeah. I'm here. Gotcha.
And Val just like there's a little like mow of like
Shaw just is laughing.
Yeah. There'd be like an anime, like a little anime like sweat drop.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, out of character, if we want to, we could do a Murdoch chasing thing. I feel, honestly, I feel like I don't know, actually. I was gonna say, I don't feel like I necessarily want to end up falling into a like kind of leadership role, or a like, yes, let's do the things that are relevant to like my specific character's backstory thing. Like I kind of want to not have that sort of spotlight stuff necessarily at this point in time. So like I would kind of be more interested in like investigating someone else's ghosts or something that is like a follow-on thing. But if that's something that other like people are genuinely really interested in, then I'm happy to do that.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being really pragmatic. I want to clear one of our vulnerabilities off the list.
Hmm.
And Murdoch is the only one that we are in a position to actively go after. Because the others are all things that come to us.
I don't feel like we'll clear it. I think we'll just open it up and make it into more of a thing.
That what kind of positive thinking is that, Emily?
How about the ghost?
The stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The dream ghost?
Mm-hmm. That sounds interesting to me. I'm very
interested
curious
to see how like.
Because what do we know about it currently? That it is like haunting us or the area? I don't know whether it's haunting us or whether it's haunting the building.
It's the area, you things. I mean, if you are trying to work out where you want to go, and don't have clear direction, I would say make the plan move. There's a move for it.
Yeah.
So tell me which context you're hitting for who do you want to talk to find trouble, and I will hit you with it. And you can say like just the bar if you want to, and as like the contact that you're hitting, because then it'll be like we're focusing our story on our bar and our characters. Or you can say like we want to go and talk to the Carrion Spirit or Poppy Encephalogram or Milagros, who is now I think a contact.
Yeah.
What I think we might want to do is ask Ambo for something that will, like, not necessarily put us to sleep, but like once we're asleep, like have much more like clarity to our thoughts.
Because we see dreaming meds.
Yeah, I can help with the putting to sleep. That's fine. I can sort that bit, but yeah, I can't help with that.
Cool. All right, so you are talking to Ambo.
Yep. Sounds
Who
good.
is rolling investigation or socializing? It sounds like socializing is being rolled.
I can roll socializing, because like sleep stuff is like probably something that I've asked for anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, I just remembered a thing. So this is interesting because I think who is it that suggests this particular one? Like who suggests the ghost as a because I actually feel like it wouldn't be me.
Is the half-conscious Sleepy having some kind of weird dream encounter with it?
Well, that's why Sleepy is probably like always one of the reasons why anyway that like she doesn't sleep very well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think like I'm curious to know too, and I think we had a brief conversation about this, but I feel like that would be a thing that I would be comfortable enough with Sleepy to naturally want to try and like help and be like, here, I will like try and help you get to sleep. So I guess my first question is like, is that a thing that Sleepy would accept? Okay. In which case I feel like we've kind of like, we have exceeded my like ability to help, or like that isn't quite cutting it, or like you can get to sleep but you can't stay asleep, or like whatever methods you and I are trying have like stopped being
so
enough.
I'm going to jump us back into the bar. I'm going to do some GMing. So yeah, cool. So this discussion of like should we go and chase chase Murdoch? Like, should we try and be on the front foot, or should we be trying to like hide? And all these sorts of things are happening, and yeah, I think Val is like, hey Sleepy, do you need to pick me up? And Sleepy's like, yes, a piggyback ride or whatever. No, a pick me up. And at this point, Sleepy, the like bench top that you're resting on, like gets soft under you. And for a moment you're like, oh, this is nice. And then it's wet and squishy. And then it kind of like curls up and almost pushes you upright, and everyone else just sees Sleepy kind of sitting up as if responding to Val, and then it wraps itself around you with its horrible suckers, and its spines just around your like neck and like head, just holding you. What do you do, Sleepy?
Sleepy like tries to like jump, like climb over the counter like as much as she can. Like her little crispy graspers are going everywhere. She's trying to like vault the bar, basically.
Yeah. So, this sounds like. Let me think. What kind of
endurance?
Yeah, I think this is endurance.
Okay. I don't have endurance, so I just roll body.
Roll body, yeah.
Do her movements translate into the real physical world? Like, do we see her flailing?
Yep.
Flailing very unsuccessfully.
Yep. I think so. Yeah, you see her flailing, and then you see her get lifted bodily off the chair by her head and neck, but like you can't see anything.
That doesn't seem good at all.
Oh dear. And you can see that she is. It's almost like she's just like grasping, but she's not breathing.
Okay.
As if something were choking her, but there's not. So maybe she's just choosing not to breathe. It's weird.
I think Val like goes to move, but like it's like an abortive like motion, and then just like looks at Owler helplessly, like what do? Where go? What hit?
I give you a look like I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna go over and like basically like try to put my hands on Sleepy's like shoulders and neck and see whether I like encounter anything. Like, is there an invisible force there? Basically,
nothing that you feel with touch.
Okay. It seems like it would be bad to just try and pull her back the other way. But I guess I kind of like I tentatively I test the resistance a little bit, like kind of hold onto her like the tops of her arms and just like tug a little bit to see whether like there is resistance pulling her the other way.
Yes, there is resistance pulling her the other way. You can see that you're basically like when you tug, you're basically like putting additional tension on her like neck.
I immediately stopped. It's a very tentative thing.
This is
I don't know. I now look at like Shard. We're all looking at each other.
This is some like classic.
Sitting there aghast. Doesn't.
Yeah, this is like some classic spirit shit, right, Ash? Like,
I mean, yeah.
Like this is for people living in this world. This is a clear cue that like spirit.
Something's happening in the ethereal is pretty common. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I think I would say to you then I would be like, does the cockroach spirit have a particular name, or do you just call it cockroach spirit?
I just call it filth.
Okay, yeah, all right. So I think I say to you, I'm like, can you call that thing filth? Can you call filth?
I don't think it's gonna be fast enough. And Val like looks like up at the air above Sleepy as though looking at a person, and is like, I would like it if you would please put Sleepy down, because otherwise I will have to hurt you.
I kind of like look at Shard a little bit incredulously, like I don't feel like this is a thing that's going to work.
I move forward just in case it does.
Mm-hmm. True.
so I can catch her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't believe
and this
it,
is like, and
like,
this is.
I gotta do it.
Yeah, and like this is, to be clear, this is not like Val has no expectation this will work. This is not like an actual attempt to convince a person.
So you're not socializing? Yeah.
No, this is just like this is how you do it. is Val's understanding
give a
of the world,
warning.
right? Is that like before you hurt people, you are meant to warn them and give them a chance to not be hurt.
Yeah.
And so when I presume nothing happens,
Yep.
they just like step forward, take their glove off, and just like touch the air above, like where Sleepy is like levitating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I have the homunculi sphere.
Right. Yes. Excellent. Good job. What are you doing?
The
what
action
are
I'm
you
going to
using?
use is harm.
You're gonna harm a homunculi. Excellent. That's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, my intent to get like a burning wheel or whatever, I just want to like rot this like starfish limb off.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how you do.
Alright, so
I'm gonna chuck
take
some. I'm
mystical
gonna chuck
work.
some dice at you. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay, so take mystical work. Does it seem reasonable that my capability can help me here?
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
$11 is your challenge value
Yep. Cool.
for Starfish Friendo.
I don't have any bonus dice. 11 is the challenge value. Let's see what happens.
Oh no.
Okay, could be worse.
Yeah, that's the tilt. That's yeah. Do you want to let someone else fuck it up for you?
How does that work again?
Helping out and fucking up.
Yeah, let me. I found it. Cool.
Oh, can I fuck it up?
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
Well, because like obviously I don't know what you're trying to do, like because Sleepy's not very conscious, so like she's just like
Yeah.
flailing and just like kicks you when you're like trying to do stuff, and
God
just like
damn it.
so instead of like slapping at the thing, like you kind of go where you weren't going and like hit the bar and
Yeah, and like a big patch of the bar, just like my hand just goes through it as though it were made of like incredibly rotten wood. And I have to pull up short from like touching the floor. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, that makes it into a failure as you you get like knocked back. And like your hand like touches something in the bar and it just and it rots instead. Yeah. Cool. Nice. So
Yeah,
you
I just go through the counter like.
So that
you
gets
didn't
you.
need that part of the sink anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That gets you attention, Val.
God, Ala, can we put Sleepy to sleep?
Sleepy is asleep.
She's
I
not
think
helping.
that's the problem.
Make her more asleep.
It doesn't seem to. Okay, I can try. Yeah, and I think everyone knows that like my effectiveness is not like being sufficient for Sleepy or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just gonna like basically is she wearing shoes? Should she be wearing shoes?
Yeah, she wears shoes.
Okay, so I just like grab one of her feet, pull the shoe off, and then just like hold onto her like foot and ankle, and just like yeah, just try and stay there and like probably just get kicked in the face a whole lot.
And you're like
Just, like,
sweating
there,
and like
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've grabbed your waist. I'm helping steady you because I was right next to you.
yeah,
Thank
cool,
you.
excellent. Sounds like Emily, you're rolling endurance and capability. So
Can I add my endurance to that since I'm holding on?
So you can give a bonus D10, or if you want to add all your endurance D10s, you can spend attention to do so.
I'll add a bonus.
Yep, cool. So Emily, you've got a bonus
Alright.
D10.
Okay, so I've got a bonus D10. All right. And I'm doing endurance and then my capability. Okay, so cool. All right.
Challenge
So do I
value,
need
let me
to?
roll
Do I
the challenge
tick
value.
those? Is that how I do that?
Yes. Yep.
Tick them.
Yep.
Then I roll body, and I add the bonus. And what's the?
So put 1d10 in the bonus dice, and the challenge value is 9.
Cool. I was gonna say I should be all right. I had well, like 5 or 6, 6 dice on that or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did have socializing check there as well, but it didn't help you enough. Like, it wasn't enough
sorry.
of a thing there for it to be...
Just forget to uncheck them, that's the problem.
Yeah, I want a button that, like, unchecks all of them for you, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Roll
you just
20
like
doesn't let me
clear
do that.
before you make any roll.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Roll20 doesn't have... I haven't got an option for that yet. But, cool. Alright, so yeah. I mean, your intention is to put Sleepy to sleep enough that this stops happening.
Yeah, more deeply or something.
Yeah.
So that they'll like power up the body paralysis reflex.
Yeah, so yeah, Sleepy goes very, very limp. And I think, yeah, Sleepy, you, from your perspective, you descend into this, like, strange realm where the, like, tentacle is, like, the landscape. And as you're wandering along it, I think, yeah, there are strange stars in the sky, and it is like a desert, but squishy, and with like suckers coming up out of the ground. And in the strange starlight, you can see a figure in the distance that is like blurry or like shifting or shimmering, and as you walk towards them, they don't seem to move apart from never getting closer to you. Let's cut back out of the dream. Sleepy is... We now have like a pile that is like Sleepy, Owler, Shard. Like...
And then
As
Val
like-
just like
just, like,
half
fallen
in and
on
out of
top?
the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I would do my best to try and catch her, which is probably not that difficult because I'm much bigger than her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I
is
sort of
she-
like
is
slightly
she-
stumble and like land a bit on Shard, and I'm like, oh, sorry, oh god.
That's okay. I moved my drift chair so that you've got a comfy seat.
Awesome.
I'm soft.
So Sleepy isn't floating anymore?
No. Is just nice and limp and sleep. Very asleep.
Okay.
Is doing a thing where, like, is doing a thing, a breathing thing that suggests she's dreaming quite intensely.
Okay.
Okay.
I
that's
sort of
bad.
like I look like down at her. I imagine I'm like kind of holding her in a sort of like a, you know, where you got their legs over one arm in there. There's a name for
Bridal
Princess
carriage.
Carrie.
Yeah, or princess, yeah. And I like kind of look down at her, and I'm like, we haven't tried doing that while she's already asleep before, so I don't really know what just happened.
Alla?
Mm.
Doesn't it hunt people in their dreams?
Doesn't what hunt people in their dreams?
And they make like a starfish, like a vague starfish, like...
Yeah.
Shade
So
with
there's like
their
a moment
hands.
where I like don't
Are they-
seem to
"What?"
understand what you're talking about, and then I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean that's what you all said, right? That it was you would see it if you were dreaming, and yeah, you think
Yeah,
that's it?
and my eyes just like significantly drift down to Sleepy, who is clearly entered like REM, like
Yeah.
dream cycle sleep.
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe bad.
Yeah, could be very bad. Shard, have you had these weird starfish nightmare things?
Not directly. I've seen shapes, but nothing's interacted with me. I vaguely when I've heard Val and Sleepy talking about it, it sounds familiar, but it's all I know. Is it just seems like I know it, but I don't.
Also, Cherry, I'm really curious. How is Shard processing the like miraculous levitation, right? Because like that is an effective magic that is very hard to rationalize away.
Yeah, I am literally. The words are failing. The the sentences aren't coming out smoothly, and Shard is just sitting there trying to find a rational explanation, and is sitting there thinking about, like, could this be digital? Like, Shard is
Could it be like a holographic wire or something?
Staring at the pile of bodies on them, just going, should I go into the digital right now? Like, could there be a digital explanation for this? Like, Shard doesn't know of a digital explanation, but maybe there's, like, they don't, like, no one can know everything about it.
But clearly it's not a magical explanation.
Yeah.
Because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
it would
Shard,
be absolutely ridiculous.
Shard, if you wanted to, you could drop into the digital and roll investigation. To just like have a look around and see what's going on in the, like, from a digital perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing you could do.
So can I do? So I don't have investigation. I have digital and I have read.
Yeah.
And homunculi sphere. So
well, let's drop into. So if you drop into the digital, we can like narrate.
Tell us
that
you're
and then
going to
work
do
out
that.
what-
yeah. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be right back, and my spine starts humming, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I like remove myself from your personal space.
Yeah.
And I say, I think I'm going to call Ambo. This could be a medical situation.
I'm like,
I like kind of take Sleepy to no, not you.
I'm like,
yeah, and I think I do that. I'm just like, no, not you, Sleepy.
And I'm just super like my self-esteem after the last rock bottom. I'm just like, everything's about me.
Yeah. All right. So Shard drops into the digital, and like, you recognize this place. It's the bar. It's what it's the digital presence of the bar. There's like whatever you use for like a cash register like system is here. Do you have like CCTV or anything like that? Do you have any kind of surveillance, or do you specifically not?
I think cockroach.
Yeah, we have the cockroach and the antenna. I think otherwise, my opinion would be that we don't, just because of our patrons.
Fair. Yep. Bridget, what is the Wi-Fi called?
The Wi-Fi name?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Because like Sleepy would 100% really... make it something like something ridiculous.
Oh yeah. It's the like top single to like her favorite band.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like right. That's the name of it. Is whatever her favorite song is.
Yeah.
Cool. Which I want to say is probably like something like really dumb and overblown, like romantic desolation, or like some kind of nonsense string of words.
I love it. Yep. Cool. Desolate romance.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Fantastic.
So you can see, I think you're in the Wi-Fi and you can see the doorway connector thing to the cash register system. You can see the big like door to the outside world, which is like the internet, like the cloud. You can probably see like there are probably window type things, and like this is all like fucking Neontron bullshit. But like there are like windows to like nearby other Wi-Fis that you can see, but you'd have to like break through into them. And like there is everyone's like personal gear. Like you can see Bridget and Val and Sleepy and Val and Owler, because they all have like cell phones and like tech and things like that. So you can see them by their like digital fingerprint. Did we already ask Shard what do you look like in the digital? Like, because you could be like a freaking Christmas tree if you wanted to, right?
What's your cool digital avatar?
It's your digital avatar.
Describe to us your Ready Player One sonar.
Oh god, let's not go to Ready Player One.
Do that.
Let's be cool. Let's be cooler than Ready Player One, please.
It's not difficult.
Right. So I'm just kind of like this. Shard has, because there's so little in Shard's history. Shard has kind of this almost black hole appearance, but with like an aura. Shard is still forming themselves in the digital, and until they've done that, for the moment, they are a humming black hole with an aura that kind of matches the color of their skin. So the color of their skin kind of shifts based on mood or what is going on. And so, like, their friend is in trouble, so it's a little bit orange right now, and so their aura has kind of shifted to the same kind of color. And the hum is pretty constant, just like the spine. It's like everything is echoed from the real world into the digital for Shard. And it's potential. There's a potential that the black hole will change, but right now it's a black hole. No, there's no gravitational situation going on. It's just a lack of things. There's a lack of anything, really.
Yeah. So, what are your? I'm going to look at your character sheet so that I can kind of like get a feel for what you're capable of. Because you've got Reed, and you've got. So there are no homunculi here unless you create it, unless they are ones that belong to you as a group. Controls, converters, capacitors, others, converters. All right. There's a piece of hardware connected to your network that you don't recognize.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to like go up and interact with it, then that's fine. You need to roll digital work to try and get a feel for what it is, because like you know what it's digital. It accepts text information, like it accepts words, and it accepts images. The other things that this hardware converter does, but you can't know what the hardware side of it is, or what it does when it converts things into the real world, without at least investigating it further.
Okay, so it doesn't really have a look or anything. It's just kind of like.
I think it is. I think it like presents itself as kind of like it's a like kind of like a pianola with like where like a big feed of like pianola roll would like go in it, like there's like paper going in the top, and like to interact with it digitally you like, and it has a keyboard, but it's not like piano keys. It's like all sorts of like weird digital keys. So it's like QWERTY, and then also like ancient Aramaic keys, and like keys for keys that communicate the emotion of feeling relief when someone gets home because you hadn't been able to contact them while they were driving in a storm, right? Like there's a key for that on this weird keyboard, right? Like that, like but yeah, it kind of looks like a pianola.
Okay, so the first thing I do is I quickly, because I can just do this with a thought, like I quickly send a text message to Owler and Val just to let them know there is something. My urge is to destroy it, but I'm not going to, even though I really want to, just because I don't want to hurt Sleepy, and I don't know if this will hurt Sleepy. So,
I love the idea of receiving a text message from you while you're like right there, but like all like zoned out and humming.
Yeah, definitely.
It's way quicker than like coming back out and verbally telling you. So I'm just like gonna send it. And so I'm gonna read it. I'm not gonna. I've got this deep, terrible urge to destroy this thing, but I know that I could put Sleepy in danger, and it's the last thing I want to do. So I'm gonna read it.
Sure. So roll digital work, which is mind.
There we
go. I will give you a challenge value of. I think there's only one challenge value here. One challenge dice here, so that's fine. So the challenge value is 1.
Okay. Yay!
Nice, excellent. So yeah, the pianola thing when I think you probably go and like basically put yourself in position to interface with it, and like the front where it would like have the thing like showing the actual like stuff going through, like the window into the pianola, it's a mirror, and like you see the reflection of your digital self, and as soon as you like start to interact with it, you spot the like telltale signals of the mirror. It like the thing is reading its mirror, and you're like, oh, it's taking a picture of me, and like duck out of the way before it does that. And the pianola like reverse outputs in the digital thing, showing that it is outputting in the physical world. But yeah, there's like pianola roll coming back out of the thing where it's been like punched with data from what it read from the mirror. So somewhere in the real world, something's just been printed onto paper or something like it, and it's connected to your network. So it's got to be within Wi-Fi range at least.
Okay, I'm gonna head out, but before I do, I'm gonna create a homunculi to watch over this thing.
Yeah, cool, excellent. Do you want to roll that? Roll your digital work.
Any challenge?
No, not because there's no direct opposition.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. What is it that's like getting in your way? Like, why are you struggling to like just set up a little like script AI to like alert you?
I have no idea what it is. I've never encountered this problem within our own territory before. Like I create homunculi all the time to do various little tasks. All I was doing was creating a tiny little droid with one eye. And all I wanted it to do was watch it. And so this is a mystery to me. That like there's something in our territory that is blocking me, and I've never encountered this before, and it's panicking me.
Yeah, I think you're trying to create it, right? And at some level, like, you can't visualize this thing, right? You can't work out what order you would put the pieces together in. It just kind of gets foggy, and you just end up with like the piece of floor space that you're on just ends up with all of the little eyes like poking out of it, but the like little camera eyes keep blinking as if they were like real fleshy eyes, and yeah, they're just kind of looking up at you.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly roll diligence if I can and see if I can clean it up before I leave and report back to Val. And
Yep. There's no challenge value against diligence for that.
Okay. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah,
I had some bad rolls today.
Yeah. Like you're like trying to, all that you're doing is just spreading out more eyes.
Okay, I know I have to get out of here before I do more damage. There's still this terrible urge that I need to destroy this thing, but I don't want to do it on my own without discussing it. I know it's going to take longer than a text message, and I know that if I do it via text, that Owler and Val are going to get pretty upset at me, so I'm heading back to the real world so that we can discuss it, because I don't want to put Sleepy in danger on my own.
Cool.
So I like snap back out, my spine instantly stops humming, and I'm just like out of breath before I can get any words out.
Yeah, I think I've put Sleepy like onto like maybe there's a couch or something here. I've like tried to clear some space, and there's like all of this stuff that was like piled up on the couch, like that people had exchanged for drinks and things at the bar. So I've just like moved some boxes and some like broken bits of stuff and like found a bit of couch and then sort of tried to carefully put Sleepy on it. And then yeah, I turn around when you sort of come back into
I think
regular consciousness.
I think that's a good place to take a break.
Sure.
So we can jump back into that conversation in a hot minute. We'll be back shortly, chat.